What's up guys, today we're going to have a guide on coming back to Runescape. You might not think you need a guide for that, but there has been a lot of things going on. Runescape has come a long way, whether it's in graphics or it's in gameplay, but it's not all good. Runescape has had its ups and downs, but it's never had such a big update such as EOC or Evolution of Combat since the transition of RuneScape Classic to RuneScape 2. People have their opinions on which are the best years of RuneScape. They've implied it might be RS Classic, RS2, or even RS3. Evolution of Combat has completely changed the game from clicking a monster and watching it die, to pressing certain keys on a keyboard in tactile order to match combos and kill your target. I personally strongly believe that the best years of RuneScape were 2011 and 2012, but that's just my opinion. We all have our own opinions. RuneScape 3 is going to be my topic today, and I'll be explaining to those who have just come back to RuneScape and have wondered what's going on. Evolution of Combat has brought something very different to the game that we all know and love. It brought an action bar. This action bar can be filled with abilities to perform certain attacks. These attacks will do different amounts of damage depending on your adrenaline. To perform these attacks you need adrenaline as mentioned before. To build your adrenaline you must perform smaller, less powerful attacks to be able to perform the larger KOing ones. One thing that came with this bar was the disappearance of one of the most unique and special things about RuneScape, the special attack. The special attack we all loved is now gone, sadly. And it's almost been a year since November 25th, 2012, so some of us have gotten over it and gotten used to it, but we all miss this old special attack, the old DDS. The date that this big day came was a rushed one, and it's still debated whether the game needed it or whether the community really wanted it, as it was just by a small poll which JaGeX didn't even really put time and thought into. But moving on to what we really came here for is the explanation. As said before, this ability bar or action bar, we have the ability to perform different attacks now. These attacks or moves will require certain things. Different quests or levels will grant abilities. Also, some abilities require dual wielding weapons. These are also new. And also, the higher the ability, the higher damage it will do, and the higher adrenaline it will require. But it will also take some. When a move requiring a certain amount of adrenaline is used, it takes away that certain amount. To show you what I mean, there's three kinds of attacks. There's basic abilities which require no adrenaline to use but can be used right after the small cooldown timer. Thresholds are the second type's abilities. They require 50% adrenaline bars to do, and they can take anywhere between 15 and 25% of your bar away. Finally, there's the third type, which are ultimates. They require 100% of your bar to use, and they completely deplete your bar to zero after use, but in turn they will do a large amount of damage. Experiment with these abilities to see which combo works for you, whether it's pking or you want PVM. Using mage, melee, or range, each style of attack has its own abilities. With all these abilities to think about, I know it's a lot to take in, but there's only a little more to go. With these abilities, all bosses now actually have a strategy. This means that there's new bosses that JaGeX have invented, but that's for another time. These new bosses now require certain ways to kill it, not just any random order of abilities. Just a pure example is KK, or Kalphite King. Yes, there's a king now. He drops the current highest tier melee weapons, they're called Drygors. To kill him, your team must work as well a team. Some of the abilities can one-hit kill you if you're not careful, but remember, you have your own arsenal of abilities. Some of these abilities can absorb his attacks and heal yourself with the damage absorbed. This ability is called Resonance, which absorbs his attack and heals you. And it's definitely a useful one. Nearing the end of our guide, this game hasn't changed too much of what you know when it comes to the Grand Exchange or quests. Those are here to stay, and they hopefully will never change too much. I want to personally thank you guys for watching, and I hope that I can help you in any possible way. I have been playing for 7 years, so if you ever need help, just comment below and I'll do my best to help you. Thanks again for watching. Please leave a like and feedback as I'd really appreciate it. Have a nice day. Keep on scaping. This is KFC. Peace out.